Good morning, everyone. I think it's time that we would say our Serenity Prayer right now with the rising of the sun and the promises of a new day. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Well, good morning, and good morning to each and every one of you from a windy Silver Rock. This is Silver Sands in Christchurch. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. Started a little bit earlier because there was a goal this morning. I'm not sure if you all were able to see it or if I may have started a couple of minutes late, but out here was just gold this morning. Beautiful, beautiful pre-dawn settings. Absolutely lovely. All right, so today we're going to be working our way from here in a westerly direction. As you can see, it's very wind blown. I'm sure you're hearing it in your microphone as well. As you will also notice, there's quite a bit of sargassum on the beach here. Not as heavy as it gets at all, but there are some lighter shades indicating they had a float last night or yesterday at some time. So I guess we're expecting a little bit more of that as this big swell's coming in. Good morning to each and every one of you. I'm going to move out the wind before I start to introduce our morning any further. As I said, we are in the area known as Silver Rock. This is originally the bathhouse or the washrooms that you see up here. They used to cater to the public. However, a new structure has been built just down below where you see the beautiful dirty war wagon. And down there you'll also find Wi-Fi facilities, all the changing rooms, showers, etc. So if you want to try something completely different, come up Silver Rock. All the conveniences are here. As you know, Brian's windsurf shop is just around the corner from here as well. So if you want some high octane action, or if you want to watch some action, those guys should be flying. The winds, I'm not too sure how the conditions are right now for them. However, I know for sure this is getting the time where you'll find the guys up here flying. So entertainment up here if you're not actually interested in doing it yourself. But up here is definitely for the advanced windsurfer, not for the novice for sure. You can learn up here, but you would need to take your time up here for sure. Beautiful morning, lovely rays, promises of a new day. Glows all around the clouds. Everything is picking up its orange glow. Just stunning scenery. Just beautiful. I mean, absolutely beautiful. All right, as you all know, we've been challenged with some strong winds, etc. Also, we had some rains this morning, so I thought up here would be a lovely spot if we could get to see sunrise, and we certainly have seen that. Now, our vlog this morning may be very murky. It looks that way through my glasses, but my glasses are full of sea spray as well. Very, very windy conditions, lots of sea spray up here. You can actually taste it, feel it, smell it, Just a beautiful morning. No scent of decaying sargassum. So that is a very good sign. Now, there usually there are benches all along here that were being put up for picnicking. Years gone by, what you're seeing here is a small set of cliff area. All this area was sand as it is right now. However, it was much further out than this. All of these sea grape trees and bushes along here, they've all gone in a slip kind of thing. A lot of trees, I show you as we go further down how it slips. That's why I want to walk on this side of these trees here to show you how it changes. Now, it was like this here right through on the outside of all the trees directly in front of us. When I started to really come up here, frequent up here, that was in the, I would say, maybe late 70s, early 80s. Up here had a lot more beach in this area. You used to actually run down off of the sand dunes in front of these trees. None of these roots would have been showing. And at the end there, where you see all the rocks, they had numerous casuarina trees that were growing there. All that has gone. You could safely have walked around that point before. All right, we're going to work our way a little bit inland here because our venture is around to Silver Sands area and on to Rescue Beach. That's where we'll be finishing this morning. So I just want to show you what this looks like up here first as the erosion and stuff continues, especially on this section here for sure. All this area here, these sand dunes, were higher than they are right now, definitely, because this up here is being compressed a lot from driving on it and stuff. However, they went way out. I would say these sand dunes, where you're seeing the sargassum in front of these dunes, where it's like a blanket that's spread directly in the center of the screen. The sand dunes used to go to the extreme of that sargassum at a steep angle, not washed away as it is now. And as I said, lots of casuarina trees that were located there have fallen and gone now. Remember that very well, especially in the 80s and 90s. Windsurfing has always been a very popular sport in this general area since it originated. They used to have a big school that was located at Silver Sands Resort years and years ago. However, that resort's closed. We will go past that in a few minutes time. Those of you who have been on this track before, well, settle in, relax. You've seen this here, but you're going to see it differently today, because today is always different from yesterday. Every day changes. Now, that is a new facility directly in front of us that have all these showers, very similar to the one that you will find down at Worthing Beach, the best beach in the world. And over here you'll find everything, changing facilities, washroom facilities, showers, car park area, Wi-Fi conditions. You can always get Wi-Fi up here very well, as far out as the bandstand itself. Gee, love to see this here. Doggy's dogs look happy then. Good morning to you, sir. Your dogs are looking extremely happy. They look lovely, man. All right, you have a great day, okay? Thanks, man. So there's a bandstand over there. We've had a queue in the community up here in intense thunderstorms and lightning. I don't know if DJ Scotty's on board. He'll remember that night very well. That was a rough night, let me tell you. Thunder, lightning, intense winds, but we went through it. So I remember he played at that for sure. So he had me all warmed up and stuff for the weather. It wasn't a problem. Now up here, because of COVID, has changed a lot. There's usually a lovely playground here for kids and stuff, swings and seesaws, etc. However, because of COVID and nothing being going on up here for a long time, you can see the condition of this place. The grounds are still beautiful. A lot of very intense football matches, soccer and cricket are played here. There's lighted facilities as well. As you can see, there are benches all over, a very popular picnic spot for Barbadians and also for visitors alike. Right behind where we are now, you can't even feel the wind because of the sheltering of all the foliage and stuff that you're seeing over there in the distance and the banking of sand. Not really feeling the wind here exactly where we are at all. I see a pui tree there that's bearing yellow flowers, so that usually is an indication of rain. So let's see what happens with that. Now, as we mentioned this morning, sea conditions are going to deteriorate rapidly from this evening onward. The small craft warning is in effect. It's definitely the biggest swell we're going to see that we've seen for a little while, or it's predicted to be. Very hard to predict the ocean because the winds drop, swell will drop. But right now it's looking as though it's going to be very big. So we should have some thrilling surfing and stuff going on over the next few days. Of course, we're going to capture some of that. So if any of you surfers are on board that know Barbados, you're going to be seeing some of the breaks on the south hopefully this week, or coming into the weekend. And hopefully you'll have some good times and good memories to keep you warm if you're in an area that's cold right now. All of these homes that you're seeing over there in the distance, majority of them have little Airbnb properties on them because This used to be the real action spot at one time. All the accommodations in this area would have been booked year round whenever we had a big international windsurfing competitions here. Windsurfers, very, very popular area for windsurfers for sure. This is a former Silver Sands resort. It's a newer section that was built just prior to them closing. It's actually a very big complex, not high at all. I think it's like 3 stories or 4 stories high in the highest point, but majority of it is just 2-story, very nice and traditional style building. Not sure what happened to that facility, because I know that they used to have occupancy there year round. Never saw it empty, never saw it like even sparse. Always had a lot of people here. It's a nice little walk in, quiet and peaceful. Lots of birds will be coming up, some dogs soon, so I'm going to keep quiet for a minute, let you enjoy this peace and quiet with me as we walk through. Hopefully you'll be able to hear the casuarina trees as well as the wind goes through them. Sounds beautiful and calming. So here we go. Oh, as soon as I talk, I know these dogs will probably start up, but it's alright, no problem. They're just saying good morning to me. My other friend is not with me today, so they won't be barking at him. They will just be speaking to me, I'm sure. Now this walk, if you were a windsurfer or if you were around Silver Sands, you remember this walk really well. This is just so peaceful and relaxing. This is where the windsurfing shop used to be. Had all the facilities here for everything. Storage of boards, storage of equipment, storage of clothes, lockers, etc. This used to be so popular at one time. Brooker, if you're on board, my brother, memories must be flashing now. Actually, there are a lot of people that will be on board now that memories will be flashing for sure. Lots of trees down up here, branches down, etc. As you can appreciate, it's a closed resort. It's not open at the moment. This is one of my angel's favorite spots again. There are many of them, but we like these kind of areas that don't have many people around, areas that are just relaxed and sort of like semi-secluded, peaceful. No matter what time of day you come here, it's going to be peaceful because there's no one in this resort at all. This is the newer section that was built just a few years before they actually closed. This is built in 4 stages. First stage was a block where the main reception was. They then built to the higher rise, which was to the west of where the reception was. I'll show you that in a couple of minutes time. They then put the beach facility and then this facility here. Now I remember for sure when the beach facility was not there, or the beach section was not there. Talk to you about that a little bit more. I used to surf here well before that was actually built. They had a boardwalk that used to run from the hotel directly up to the windsurfing club. As you can see, all of the beachfront area where the boardwalk was has gone. You can see clearly, even the inside poles where they are actually on the threat of falling now. So there was massive amounts of sand up here, as we talked about at Silver Rock just now. But this is another example of it, of how bad it was, because that beach walk would have continued right around here, or that boardwalk. I love this resort. I have so many memories here, and I know there are many people on board that have spent time here as well at Silver Sands. But I remember here so well because I literally lived here 7 days a week. Every day, whether there was surf or no surf, I'd be up here playing beach volleyball with the guys that are hanging out. Some guys still store their equipment, so as you can see, it is relatively safe. For that type of equipment, it's hard to hide a windsurf board on the island. So you're pretty safe to leave that kind of stuff around. And as I said, a lot of the people don't really frequent here, and the people that do frequent here would have a big respect for these folks or watermen. Now this break out here, to me, is probably the best beach break on the island. That is in my opinion anyhow. I actually really had some wonderful days here in some of the most perfect conditions. A lot of sand is built on the lower section because it's being pulled down from the hill itself. So originally there wasn't this amount of sand here for sure, not on the lower section, but the beach, it all depends on the year, the time of year, on the tide though, because sometimes there's no sand there right into the cliff that's coming up, and then other times you can get a good beach in front of there, so it all depends. For those of you who remember the older days, this is where the windsurf, where the volleyball court, where the beach volleyball court would have been set up, directly here under this leaned and fallen coconut tree. We've done this resort before, but there's some of you that are on new that probably don't even know this exists. I've been to Barbados and didn't even realize this was here, because this is well off of the beaten track. You actually have to drive to this here, not drive by this. I'm going to walk up in the higher elevation and we'll work our way down. All out here had big beach thatched umbrellas, coconut leaves and stuff on the roof of them, all over here. I would say maybe about 6 or 8 in this general area. We had a bandstand that was located directly there. That was really popular. Very popular tanning area when the band was not using it, because it had a little bit of shelter in, and also beautiful, beautiful views of everything elevated from where they were. Go a little closer up into the hotel this morning, just to show you what it looks like and stuff. If the conductor is on board, don't worry, brother, I good. We're not going to walk across this flooring. You can see why, but I just want to show you the pool area and stuff to show you what it was like. We had a little children's swimming pool below here. Also used to have some water volleyball that used to go on in this area as well. Had up their nets and stuff. And then you had the adult pool above, which you could swim under the bridge to the children's pool. So it was a lovely pool area. The main structure was directly in the center of the screen. Restaurant and bar, and all the bush over on your right hand side. Mr. Impact, if you're on, sir, memories flowing, sir. Memories flowing for you and me. And then this was the main restaurant area here. That was the more of a formal style restaurant area. On the front deck here, the wooden deck here, there were 2 jacuzzis. They were located directly in the deck. You can actually see them there. 6 people jacuzzis. Try and get you a little bit closer. We got to go back down again for this elevation. Just 1 second. I don't want a backflip. I would have done so, but I have my umbrella with me today. And I would have done a back twisting flip, but we leave that for another time. I'll show you some of my Olympic skills one of these days. That will come in the future. So this is one of the jacuzzis that was here, just to give you an indication of how lovely this place used to be. This place used to rock, and as I said before in the past, and I'll say again, completely different culture up here. This was different to anywhere else that you would have found on the island. Very, very different. High octane. People who used to be up here, surfers, and the general public that would like that type of activity to watch and also to participate in. Really, really lovely. Beautiful sunrise this morning. Whew. Just gorgeous. That is the reason why I suggested darker makers, because the predictions of the clear skies with some scattered cloud and stuff, I knew we were going to get a beautiful morning, and so we are. So this is mainly, or I would say mainly a right shore break or beach break. Breaks quite a ways off. We're seeing that swell just about to break right now. That is the inside section, so it breaks quite a ways out from there. Usually like 2 peaks. There's one on the inside section, and then there's one up inside. So when you make the up inside section from down inside, just big air movements, sometimes barrels, challenging inside section shore break for sure. This was the 3rd addition to the hotel, this beachfront property. When I started to come here, these buildings were not here. As you can see, they're all just, the whole place is gone. I mean, nothing here could be brought back. I would imagine everything would have to be flattened and started from scratch again, from foundation coming up. This place used to have a big railing right around. I remember they used to have a few issues with the beach guys up here on security. That used to be ongoing. Anyone that stayed here will remember that as well too. I was one of the beach guys, but I was one of the good behaved ones. So, and there's no one that's going to contest that. I was one of the good ones. Well, there's no one online that can contest that, and if you are, please keep quiet. Still rentals up here, lots of rentals if you would like. This is Inchgate. They have all types of Airbnb property here. They're actually very, very popular. They're still very popular. Majority of the time these here are full. Beautiful, beautiful properties. And as you can see, our friend is here this morning with us. Nothing they can do to get rid of him except for when he gets around the corner. Put him in some shade so he will keep quiet and leave me alone. Yeah, stop, man. Behave yourself. Okay, so anyhow, he gets a little hyper, so excuse him. I would have given you a 360 earlier on, but up at Silver Rock it's just too windy and the camera would have blown all around the place. The gimbal wouldn't have been able to handle that, so that's why we're only doing it at this stage of the game. Now up here at one time, this break here was notorious for breaking surfboards, snapping them like twigs. And that is the truth. You know, when up here had a big swell, you will find 2-3 boards going on and breaking in this area for sure, because it used to really get big. I remember when the St. John family, Bill St. John, Big Bill, and the others used to actually take their boat and moor on between the inside break and the outside reef and surf on the outside reef. It's only years ago. Now over the next few days we're going to see walls that are coming from way up, all the way up by Inchmarlow and coming right down here. You're going to see long lines of perfect swells if what is coming actually does come. So I'm looking forward to showing you that, because we really haven't seen the South Coast cranking. Just in case you're interested in doing some rentals in this area, I'll give you a little view, as we always like to do. Try and keep the sun out of it so you can get a better look. 1 minute, don't want the other person to get in it. There we go. Just in case you're interested. You can see the properties up here. Rustic, basic, but lovely. The actual buildings and the inside of these buildings are quite amazing, I would have to say. I haven't been in them for a few years, but I know the base and the outside, the inside is being kept in immaculate condition as they were back then. It's just a beautiful place to watch the sun from as well. I was thinking of coming here, but sort of like dissected our walk in half, so I didn't really want to do that. See, we are blowing all around right now, so we're getting some challenges. Let's see what happens from here. Lots of wind, lots of current, lots of swells, lots of sea spray, lots of everything today. You can see if you are renting here, look at the beautiful gardens that you have that you can sit in and relax. All right, another good break as well too. Woo, big blowhole there. Oh my, that was beautiful. We don't want to get sprayed by that though. Yeah, this is another perfect wave here as well. There's a left that runs off of here that goes into Rescue Beach. Very shallow, very fast. Can be deemed as difficult and dangerous on occasions. Good morning to everyone. I'm going to share, buddy, you all though. Fishermen galore. How are you all fellas today? Good? Wonderful, man. Mouse, you good? All right, my brother. Good to see you all, okay? Have a good day, man. So you see the guys out here rearing the fish, any conditions whatsoever. Good morning, doggy dog. How are you going? Good there. How y'all going? All right. We got some pets going to be walking the cliff with us, as you can see. Cute as ever. What's going on? Good dear. Sweet, man. Lovely doggy dogs. Hello, how are y'all going? I remember last time we were up here, these guys found some meat on the shoreline. We're playing with it, let me tell you. So, beautiful walk here. Rough. That's what I was telling you, to wear some 2x2s or 4x4s today. Definitely is a little bit rough in a section. We're going to go into some coral, but a beautiful, beautiful area. It's been planted up nicely. The path is being cut between all the plants. It looks just beautiful. I'm going to walk for a little bit with these guys and you in silence, so you can enjoy the beautiful sounds we're having from here. But before you do that, let me just take you out on the cliff, give you a little view here, maybe give you something like a 180 or something, so you can have a look and see what up here looks like, the kind of cliffs. You don't want to lose your surfboard or any of your wind surfboards or anything out here, because no beach whatsoever. The only thing that's going to stop them are the coral cliffs. Beautiful morning, absolutely beautiful. Now this is left here, it comes from further up inside and it goes right down through the whole bay, but there are multiple coral shelves in this bay here, so there are multiple peaks, and if you get caught up inside and get hammered up inside, well, you got a long paddle. Most of the guys would get off, go up the Silver Sands, and then paddle around the back of the break rather than try and paddle out through these swells for sure. Very consistent break. Alright, so here we go, a little silence as we do this walk of beauty. I know it's extremely difficult for any of our EMC family to understand how I could possibly keep that quiet for that long. But to be honest with you, when I walk up through this walkway here, I just like to keep quiet and enjoy it myself. So you were actually not treated anything extra. This is how I like to come down through there. I could have used the praise and said I don't normally do that, etc, etc. But truth be told, I just love to walk through there. It's just so peaceful and lovely. You find lots of different areas here that have been modified by the fishermen for comfort. You find pallets here. You'll have form like benches. Just beautiful. Fishermen along here all the time. You'll find the PVC tubing in the cliffs as well. A lot of guys love this cliff area. It's just beautiful. We're going to walk on the actual cliff itself and walk a little further in the cliff anyhow, and then we'll have to go back up again, but we'll walk a little bit in the cliff so you can see what it looks like. You will notice some of the coral in this area looks very loose, so just be wary when you are walking out here. There can be some rock slippage as well, so just be wary when you're walking on the cliff areas. You can see there's a big time liming spot for sure, and why wouldn't you want to come and sit here? I'm going to let you have a seat there for a second, let you see what these guys would do when they come up here and fish, how they can just relax and go to sleep and enjoy this beautiful scenery. This is it. Can't really beat the peace and serenity that you're feeling here right now. I hope you all are experiencing it as well, because it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I see my angel is on this morning. Good morning to you, my darling. You know this is where we're going to be going when you come back for sure. Your favorite spots. If you want to get some parking for this immediate area, well, I would recommend up by Silver Sands Resort. However, if you want to park closer down here, when you're coming into Silver Sands or come down the hill from the church, there's the left that will take you up to the actual playing field that we started at. Then you continue a little further beyond that and you will find a right that veers off at an angle, and that will come into this general area here. Surfers Bay Cafe, we'll show you that in a minute. Up here is beautiful. The bar up here is amazing. Full moon parties. I know Kerry has shown you some great footage from up here, the last full moon party he was at. Reggae bands, etc. So although you're way out from pretty much everything, it has a different atmosphere, and it most definitely is amazing. I brought my angel up here, remember, to full moon big bonfire party in the past. It was just thrilling. Can't wait to do it again with her. This structure here, been for a long time. This is the main platform foundation for obviously a building that's going to be above the level. However, this has been here for many years. I really don't know what the conditions are with that. Again, Airbnb properties up here like crazy all over. You can find them from the time you take that road that I was mentioned about. From the time you come in off of that right, you'll find Airbnb properties all over up there. You'll see one in the distance, the Green Heart property. We've done some footage on that. We've done some information on the actual contact information before, so we will do that another time, but today we're going to stay on the coast itself. Just beautiful accommodations. As I said before, very different from other places. If you're looking for a beach where you can swim on all the time and have camp conditions, this is not it. if you're looking for something completely different with absolute natural beauty and pounding of surf all the time continuously, sea spray, the freshness of the air up here, well, this is where you will come. This is one of your options. If you don't want to go and stay over on the east coast, this is one of the options that you can choose. Beautiful again. I'm going to show you again another 360 from here. Enjoy this. You'll find a lot of the fishing boats that come through out here. We'll use the inside channel if it's rough sea conditions like this, because between the reef and inside here is a lot calmer than outside of the Barbels itself. That reef is called Barbels Reef. As natural and as beautiful as it could possibly get. Could you ask for more if you want? This is what you want. You cannot really ask for more. This is amazing out here. So these boats will come up from Oyston's Fish Market. They'll work their way on the inside of Barbels itself, work their way through this channel, coming up through here, and then exit out closer to the Long Beach area. They have to time the set going out through the reef up there though, because they will get hit with a cross swell if they're not careful. I know for sure about that, because when I used to travel net dive here with Ashley and Trot, we got hit up there in that fathom one time. It was a little bit on the sketchy side. Thought we were going to have to bail. So in my past life, or a long time ago, I used to travel net dive, and every morning we would leave down by Marine Dive Tours, which was in St. Lawrence Gap, work our way up here to off of Long Beach, where we would dive the nets that we had left overnight. Many times those nets were rolled up with dead sharks in them. Many times there were holes from kingfish in them that were maybe 10 or 15 feet wide, major net damage, etc. But the fish up here was plentiful for sure. But you were talking about 80 to 100 feet of water, so interesting. The reef actually used to be about 60, and then it used to go beyond that. This is a new little modification or beautification up here. I'm going to sit in these people's bench right now. As you can see, they're really trying to work on beautifying this little section here. There's a little addition for the apartments below. We'll talk with them in a second. Just want to give you what their scenery will be like from this bench. I like to do this here because these are resting areas that you can come and sit and relax and just enjoy. Good morning, Trevor. Long time no see, my brother. Pretty amazing scenery. I don't know how many of you have ever been to this area, but I would recommend that if you have the opportunity and the time, that you take a little walk to this section, come up here, park, and do some walking. I parked up by the Silver Sands public car park area by the washrooms you would have seen. Very easy to walk down here, but the cliffs here are spectacular. Please note though, in the afternoon around 2 o'clock and stuff out here gets extremely warm, so you know, just be prepared, and if the wind does drop, it will be very humid as well. Just beautiful areas. This is what it really got to call beach culture style up here. Every time you come up here, you know you're somewhere different. I mean, not only the visual surroundings, but just the way people are relaxed, laid back, not worrying about it too much. Everything is beautiful. As you can see, all the accommodations you could possibly want are in this area. Lovely, lovely elevations here. Beautiful scenery, you can imagine. Now we started with a long sunrise, silent sunrise this morning, or daybreak this morning. So although we're going close enough to 50 minutes or so, we really only be walking for about 30. So we're just going to continuous walk to Rescue Beach itself. You can see all of these accommodations here. Absolutely lovely. Remember, here is going to be a lot of sea spray and stuff, so it's a different environment completely. So if you're coming here, if you're not familiar with it, I would recommend that you check out the place first to feel what it's like, because some people just can't handle the sea spray all day long. I was at a friend's house the other day in Calawash, and they were talking about that there actually, that some people just cannot handle the sea spray. You know, you have to mop and sweep continuously. Don't want anywhere more zen than this. I mean, perfect to relax and not to disturb her. Beautiful. So we mentioned before, Surfers Bay Beach Bar and Restaurant. Up here has some great reggae artists that will play, and local artists that will play on occasions. They also have the full moon beach party, which is like a full moon with a big bonfire up here. Obviously call before you come, because I'm not too sure of the schedule. I know that Kerry probably has that, so if anything you can always check his Facebook page as well. He promotes all of the businesses and establishments in this area as well, so he should have something up, I'm pretty sure. If not, I know he will watch this today and he will definitely put up something later on for you. Just lovely cliffs. Again, I remember when this was called, I'm speaking on a correction, Coral House Apartments. I actually stayed here numerous times, in the above building and also in the actual structure here itself. I remember when this was very, very busy at all times with windsurfers and stuff. Beautiful accommodations for that. From here now on down to Atlantic Shores is all pasture. Hardly any development on that pasture behind here. It tends to flood quite a bit, but I'm not too sure who owns it or whatever. But you can drive again from Silver Sands. You can do it in a car as well too, but be careful. If it is wet, don't risk it. And also just be careful, because there are some areas that are big, sort of like submerged sections or pushed in sections where you could lose your undercarriage if you're in a car. So just be wary if you are. You can drive from Silver Sands to Atlantic Shores a lot across this pasture through numerous roadways out there. Now I know there's some locals that refer to this as Baby Beach. I know that it is really Rescue Beach. Just lovely, just amazing natural beauty. Can't really find it much more beautiful than this. You can't find nature any better than this. So as you can see, we also have touches of the east coast on the south side. We're right on the southern tip. South Point Lighthouse is up here. You would see that lighthouse when you come into Oistins area, or if you're on the south coast. And then you will be just beyond the South Point itself. So you're sort of like going into southeast now, but very close to south. And you can come and experience this type of natural raw power and beauty if you are interested right here. You don't have to drive over to the east coast or up to the southeast. Yes, okay, yeah, we see you, buddy, we see you. I can't get rid of you right now. Yeah, okay, well, my friend has asked me to say hi to you. You know who that is. He hasn't been seen for a very long time, and he has been very restless, so I guess he was due his little bit of stardom today. But he'll be put back in his place, because he tried to take over the show, tried to tell me who the boss was, tried to tell me he would run the show without me, etc, etc. So I had to put him in a little bit of isolation for a little period of time. But he's coming back now. He's behaving himself. Great young fella. Beautiful. Now this is sargassum. You can see from the color itself, fresh float. You can see the higher elevation has on the older one that's like breaking down now, all dried out and stuff, very dark. At certain times of the year, you can find mounds out here 6 to 8 feet tall. That will give you an indication of how bad it can get. This beach here is very, very difficult on occasions. Not only this beach, a lot of the beaches on the south coast as well get that. Miami Beach, for example, they get a terrible, terrible float in there, and lots and lots of sargassum. Hopefully this year it won't be as bad as it has been, because you know it's such a beautiful place. Now I want to share with you a nice little cool out spot again, as I like to show you all these here. This is where you can come and just relax and chill. Again, I'm going to give you a view from here, and we're actually going to say our goodbyes from here this morning. I hope you've enjoyed our walk this morning. I know you haven't seen me as yet, so I'm going to let you see me now. My glasses are all smirked up, lots of sea spray, beautiful conditions. I have my shield with me because the rain was threatening this morning, and I didn't really want to stop play, as you all know. I've had an amazing day. Yesterday was a quiet day for me. Quiet. I hate to start cleaning because I have such a serious problem that a cleaning job that was supposed to only take an hour or so ended up taking close to 8 hours yesterday. That is why you don't start cleaning. So you understand why you don't touch your war wagon, or why you don't like to do the cottage. Angie, it's time to come home and help me. Anyhow, I hope you all have a fantastic day. I have had an amazing time. This is the beautiful Barbados that I like. This is not the beautiful Barbados that a lot of you get to see. So hopefully those that are coming on here and researching our next trip to the island, because I know a lot of people are doing that, utilizing these vlogs to see places to go, so they know exactly where they want to go, because the important thing is that you utilize your time without losing any time whatsoever. You know, so if you can use these vlogs and sort of like plan your vacation, obviously you want flexibility that if rain is falling, that you know you can go somewhere else, or you want flexibility that you can change plans at any time, because that's what we need to do. However, you'll be able to plan your vacation better and also see places that you may never have seen before. I know many people that have been here 30 to 40 times that have said to me that they cannot believe the places that we are taking them, places that they're seeing, places they have never seen before. And I know a lot of people that can't make it back here, that are going to places now that they have never been to, whether they can't get back here because of their physical challenges or other reasons, or financial challenges. But this is a beautiful, beautiful island, and the intentions of the EMC is to share the beauty of Barbados as we see it, and bring along with that the beauty of the people that we walk it with. And that is what we do. We are the EMC. We're a loving, kind, caring group of people that has only one thing in mind, and that is to follow the correct path of the light that we follow, and that is to be the best people that we possibly can be, and be the kindest people that we possibly can be. I will tell you, I have experienced people that just don't want to hear anything from me, that actually look angry when I start to say good morning and hi, how are you, have a beautiful day, etc. But you know, it doesn't stop me, because if it stops me, or if I allow that to stop me, it means that the people that would love it and welcome it may not hear it. And also, it's a freedom. It's a freedom of being able to express yourself without any limitations, to be able to show the world how special things can be if we just share a little love and kindness. You know, everybody, we're praying today. We prayed this morning for our Serenity Prayer. We did that early on. I would like to end it now with the Serenity Prayer again, and that is because we're going to pray for all those people up in Ukraine and for world peace, but obviously peace for ourselves. That's what the prayer is about, because if we have the peace and we can somehow share that with people around us, we can make this a much better world. So let's look in this direction here now, say our Serenity Prayer, which is something we don't normally do, doing it twice, but I think today is a day we can really pray for serenity and peace. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Hold on, before I go though, I think I see someone here that's trying to sneak up and jump me. So let us just move over in this direction. I've known this lady online for over a year, and I've never met her yet. Good morning to you. And how are you?
Windswept.
Wonderful. Yes, it is windswept this morning.
How are you?
I'm not bad. Would you like to introduce yourself for the family?
Hello, I'm Liz. Lovely to meet everyone. And it's
Wonderful.
beautiful here.
Yeah, it's absolutely lovely, isn't
Very
it?
lucky to be here.
Yeah, it's a blessing, definitely.
It's
A beautiful
super.
morning.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's pretty woppy out there though, isn't it?
Yeah, very, very rough. All right, so I'm just going to be saying farewell to everyone here, and then I'll get back to you in a second. We can have a quick talk, okay?
Lovely.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Bye everyone.
Okay, see you later. All right, so you've met another one of our EMC family members. Every time that she comes here, I somehow miss them. So it's going to be, a privilege to meet her this morning and go and chat with her. So I'm going to do that now. You all have a great day. Remember, go forward with love in your heart. And remember, you have to start by loving yourself first. If not, you can't love anybody else. That's just how it is. Forgive yourself first. If not, you can't forgive anybody else. Be kind to yourself first. If not, you cannot be kind to anybody else. Have a great day. Love you all. See you all later. Blessings from Barbados.